Celebrity feuds have drawn attention from the public for many years because they provide a window into the private lives and rivalries of the wealthy and well-known. These conflicts, which can range from on-screen best friends who became off-screen rivals to collaborators whose working relationships soared, are frequently caused by a mix of personal conflicts, professional rivalry, and the demands of fame. In this video, we will explore 10 of the most notable celebrity feuds, delving into the context, events, and implications of their conflicts. Number 10. Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall. Stars of the popular HBO series Sex and the City, Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall have a feud that is a perfect illustration of how on-screen chemistry can conceal off-screen conflict. Although they played Samantha Jones and Carrie Bradshaw, two best friends, their real friendship has been turbulent and tense. After the show ended, the rivalry started to show, especially when plans for a third movie fell through. Speaking out about her displeasure with Parker, Cattrall has said that she felt marginalized and that many of his actions were self-serving. 2018 saw Cattrall call Parker cruel, a comment that heightened public interest in their feud. When Cattrall's brother passed away, things got worse. Parker publicly expressed her condolences, which Cattrall found to be opportunistic and false. With both actresses seemingly firmly established in their roles, reconciliation seems improbable, and the two attracting the attention of the media for an extended period of time. This feud has developed into a long-running rivalry. Number 9. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj's rivalry has emerged as one of the music industry's most talked about feuds, illustrating the intense competition between female rappers. The two got into a physical altercation during New York Fashion Week in 2018, which reportedly started because of remarks made by Minaj regarding Cardi's parenting. This marked a significant uptick in their conflict. This incident was part of a larger chain of subliminal messages that were shared via music and social media. Cardi has charged that Minaj is attempting to ruin her career, and Minaj has criticized Cardi for her sincerity and attitude towards stardom. Diss tracks and open insults have been the hallmarks of the feud, with both artists using their platforms to criticize one another. The underlying tension is evident even in seemingly peaceful moments, like when they both attended events, highlighting the competitive nature of the music industry and the difficulties faced by female musicians in achieving respect and recognition. Number 8. Taylor Swift and Kanye West. The complicated story of Taylor Swift and Kanye West's feud has been developing for over 10 years, starting with a controversial event at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. Swift was accepting her award for Best Female Video when West interrupted her to say Beyoncé should have received the recognition instead. This moment not only startled the audience, but it also laid the groundwork for a turbulent relationship characterized by misunderstandings and public unhappiness. The relationship suffered further after West released the song Famous, which featured contentious lyrics about Swift, even though he later expressed regret. When Swift's then-wife Kim Kardashian posted a video purporting to show her approval of the lyrics, Swift refuted this, and the situation worsened. This caused a public outcry and media frenzy directed at West. Both musicians have made references to their conflict in interviews and songs over the years. Swift even touched on it in her documentary Miss Americana. The continuous struggle brings to light the difficulties associated with celebrity and the effects of public opinion on interpersonal relationships. Number 7. Alyssa Milano and Shannon Doherty. Alyssa Milano and Shannon Doherty's feud during Charmed is a prime illustration of how interpersonal conflicts can affect work relationships. Although both actresses played key roles in the success of the show, there were rumors that behind the scenes, they disagreed on a number of things, including personality traits and work ethic. Milano has strongly refuted Doherty's assertion that she was ultimately forced off the show because of her influence. Doherty is well known for her fiery temperament. Due to the actress's veiled remarks about one another in interviews, which furthered rumors about their romance, their rivalry became widely known. Rivera described the hostile environment on set in her memoir, implying that the conflict between the two actresses impacted both their individual performances and the show's overall dynamic. Years after Charmed came to an end, the rivalry between them is still present, as evidenced by sporadic social media exchanges suggesting that the wounds may not have fully healed. Number 6. Howard Stern and Bill Meyer. Sharp humor and personal jabs have defined the tense relationship between Howard Stern and Bill Meyer. When Meyer attacked Stern's public persona, especially his loving gestures towards his wife, their feud started to take off. In retaliation, Stern, who is renowned for his provocative style, made fun of Meyer's political commentary and career. Both comedians have made jabs at one another in interviews and on their respective platforms, and their exchanges have frequently been documented in the media. Stern has referred to Meyer as a sellout, and Meyer has called Stern pretentious and out of touch with modern politics. The rivalry emphasizes how comedy is competitive and how individual convictions can spark heated debates in public. Both comedians have expressed gratitude for each other's achievements in spite of their disagreements, but the underlying tension still exists, demonstrating how personal issues can take precedence over professional respect even in the comedy industry. Number 5. Eminem and Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera and Eminem's feud has progressed from mutual respect to open hostility, illustrating the erratic nature of celebrity relationships. Eminem first complimented Aguilera on her talent, but after Aguilera openly questioned his lyrics, alleging they were misogynistic, the relationship deteriorated. Eminem responded by dropping a number of songs that made disparaging remarks about Aguilera, which started their public spat. As both musicians attacked one another in songs and interviews, the tension grew, with Eminem frequently using his music as a forum to vent his frustrations. Eminem has continued to make references to Aguilera and her feud in his music, despite Aguilera's attempts to downplay it and claim she has moved on. This ongoing rivalry serves as a reminder of how easily public relationships can fall apart, especially when personal beliefs and artistic expressions diverge. Number 4. Michelle and Nia Rivera. Michelle and Nia Rivera's relationship on Glee was characterized by intense rivalry and tension that was evident both on and off the show. According to reports, their rivalry was caused by jealousy and rivalry for the different parts they played on the show. In her memoir, Rivera said that she found Michelle challenging to work with, and that their disagreements had an impact on both their performances and the mood of the set. Their characters' storylines were allegedly influenced by the intense tension between them, which frequently kept them apart to prevent more conflict. Although Rivera's Santana Lopez and Michelle's portrayal of Rachel Berry were essential to the success of the show, their off-screen rivalry eclipsed their respective accomplishments. Both actresses carried on airing their grievances in interviews long after Glee concluded, suggesting that their disagreements' scars had not completely healed and leaving fans to wonder about the nature of their relationship. Number 3. Harmon and Perrette. Following Perrette's exit from the long-running television series NCIS, the public learned about the feud between Harmon and Perrette. Following her departure, Perrette accused Harmon of intimidating people on the set and said that his actions had produced a toxic work environment. She cited an instance in particular involving a dog that Harmon brought to work, claiming it caused her anxiety. Harmon has not publicly responded to these accusations, but their characters were frequently kept apart in the later seasons of NCIS, which made their tension apparent. A string of cryptic tweets from Perrette, which seemed to indicate that she wasn't happy with her working conditions, preceded her departure. This feud brings up issues regarding the dynamics of the Hollywood workplace and the impact that interpersonal disputes can have on business relationships, especially in high-stress settings. Number 2. Joan Crawford and Bette Davis. One of the most famous rivalries in Hollywood history, the conflict between Joan Crawford and Bette Davis stems from rivalry, jealousy, and personal insecurities. Their rivalry grew more intense when they were filming Whatever Happened to Baby Jane and competing for attention and credit. There was evident tension as both celebrities were allegedly using psychological blackmail to ruin the other's performance. Fame and the desire to be the best actress of their era fueled their rivalry, which resulted in a string of public altercations and legendary behind-the-scenes drama. Numerous books, documentaries, and even a television series have focused on the animosity between Crawford and Davis, demonstrating how interpersonal disputes can become magnified in the public eye. Their feud not only impacted their careers, but also left a lasting legacy in Hollywood, serving as a cautionary tale about the darker side of fame. Number 1. Vin Diesel and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson's on-set dynamics reportedly became strained during the filming of the Fast and Furious franchise, which is when their feud started. In response to Johnson's open criticism of his co-stars, which alluded to internal conflicts within the group, Diesel subsequently emphasized the value of family in their professional lives. Fans became interested in their rivalry, particularly after Johnson left the main series to work on a spin-off. On social media, the two actors have been teasing each other. Diesel called Johnson a candy ass, and Johnson responded in kind. Even among the biggest stars in Hollywood, intense personal conflicts can arise from competitive environments, as evidenced by their ongoing feud, despite their mutual success and their former camaraderie. Questions concerning the dynamics of collaboration in the film industry, particularly when egos and creative visions collide, have been raised by the tension between Diesel and Johnson. These feuds show the complexity of celebrity relationships, which are frequently fueled by rivalries in the workplace, personal conflicts, and public personas. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.